All right, what's up, Doc? I'll tell you, it's Looney Tunes on the Game Boy by WinnerBit.
How's it going, everyone?
What?
I am WinnerBit,
You'll
and I'll
see.
go ahead and let the couch introduce themselves.
My name is Dashi, and I have light Kitty Kara here today. She unfortunately cannot make it, but she's here in spirit. If you guys can say hi to her in chat, that'll be great.
Mr. Ernest Shasta. I like video games.
And over here we have Lat Mackie, unfortunately lacking a mic. Matt Lackley lack a mic.
Oh,
And you're steady?
oh, not anymore.
Oh,
Lat Mackie.
There you go.
there
Okay.
you go. And of course, Steady Rest at the very end over here. And I think we can go ahead and get into it. Hopefully we'll be able to cover everything we have to go over in the next 14 minutes or less. So here we go.
Can I give you a quick donation from Kara really quick?
Go for it.
Hey, Winner, greetings from Japan. I hope your run goes well, and I hope you hear some Bugs Bunny-worthy puns during your run.
Of course. Thank you so much, Kara. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so right away we're starting in the first level, obviously. You play one of 7 Looney Tunes characters. Okay, bad start. There we go. You play one of 7 Looney Tunes characters in every level. And the first one is Daffy Duck. He has the Frisbee, which deals 1 hit point of damage. And Head Stomping deals 2 points of damage. Yosemite Sam takes 3 hit points, and of course, as you saw here, Marvin the Martian takes 5. So 1 Frisbee hit and 2 Head Stomps takes care of him pretty quickly. You might notice I'm gaining an inordinate amount of speed on some of these slopes. That's because momentum preservation is a very important part of this run. Every time you hit a downward slope like that, you can keep going as long as you hold right. So we're coming up on our first refight here. Of course, every good game starts with a nice, calm water stage. As we know, we're just going to Terminator our way through him, and mash. And hopefully not take 2 damage like I just did. Didn't quite mash hard enough. We're going to try to avoid as many extra points as we can. Unfortunately, certain enemies have to be taken care of, otherwise you can't pass by. By the way, if I die toward the end of this corridor, it's going to be about a 30-second time loss, so let's hope that doesn't happen. It's fairly safe, but you never know. It's a marathon. Okay, we're right at the end, and we are safe. Alright, and we're coming up on our first boss here. Of course you remember this episode where Daffy Duck went underwater to retrieve a sunken treasure chest.
Why does the fish
By
have like a
defeating-
toy wind-up thing in the back as his fin?
Some sort of mechanical wind-up thing, I think.
What is the lore here for this?
I'm not sure, I
More
never saw
importantly,
this
why is
episode.
he underwater in the first place?
But he's a
When did-
fish, that's why.
But you never see that in the cartoons, though.
I
you're
have
right,
to
yeah.
I have to make an admission here. Looney Tunes is not my favorite anime, contrary to popular belief. So I have not seen every episode. I cannot confirm or deny that this actually is something that took place. So you see, I just gained some momentum from the baseball that I ran into. If you have full health, those health pickups are actually worth 1,000 points, so you're going to want to try to avoid them as much as possible. And this entire level pretty much consists of not running into things as you get chased down by a nefarious black and white cat. Your B move does nothing here, by the way. You have no B option. So it's pretty much just run and jump. Fortunately, you do have plenty of jumps. We're going to come across Sylvester Jr. one more time right here. The only thing that's RNG in these levels is this level are those bats that fly by. You have to watch out for them, and you can damage boost there to guarantee a safe traversal to the bird seed. That was a pretty good level. Now, if anyone knows Super Mario Land 1, you might recognize this level. We have about 30 seconds here to just chill, so go ahead with any plugs or donations or whatever you have.
I've got some plugs, but I just want to say that's a smooth parallax for a Game Boy game. My goodness.
Seriously.
That's friggin' nice. I could just say, just keep those donations coming in, everyone. we're out here raising money for Direct Relief, as I said earlier. Direct Relief, just as a quick reminder to y'alls, Direct Relief is a
Pretty dang cool.
humanitarian aid and organization in all 50 states, more than 80 countries, and every dollar you send in goes to help them just really go out and save lives, to put it short.
To be fair, this is 3:30 in the morning, so
This is what we're gonna get.
it's all good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Europe,
We take those.
Europe likes Game Boy games, I think.
So
I like
Earth,
Game Boy games.
I like them too.
heck
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
I'm
When
so
did-
glad we have a couch that supports Game Boy games during a Game Boy run.
Hey.
It really would have been inconvenient if they
Indeed.
didn't.
That being said, when did this ever happen in a Looney Tunes cartoon?
Yes.
So just like the final level of Super Mario Land 1, we have a mashing boss at the end with 2 phases, and he's dead. That was actually a really good mash. Pretty proud of myself. Yeah, clap for that. That's good. Alright, so this stage is arguably the most difficult of any stage. Just like Shavasana in yoga, the hardest thing is to let go of mind and body. So this is what we're going to do for the next 55 seconds or so. This is the bonus stage, and the point is to collect meat. You can see 1 meat in the corner here, but yeah, let's go and groove a bit. Yeah, let's make Taz groove too. So you're supposed to go around and collect these meats. I think there are about 63, 65 meats.
That's 1 meat per second.
Indeed. Unfortunately, the more meats you collect, the longer it takes for the counter to count down at the end, so it's actually faster not to collect any meats at all. Once you collect more than 35 meats, it actually extends the countdown timer past the victory jingle. So it is a marathon, so we may as well just collect 1 meat so you can see Taz get 1 meat at the end. Literally no point. So there we are. We're at the end of our auto-scroller. It's kind of nice to have that after a... Oh yeah, that's... Very, very,
So impressed by that level.
Yeah.
very, very high skill speedrun right here. It's nice to have that break after a bout of intense mashing. But here's Speedy Gonzalez's stage. You all know that episode where he went into the tomb and stomped on the mummy's head 8 times because he has 15 hit points? Here's one of those damage boosts I was talking about. Very clean execution all the way through. Okay, and it actually went farther than I've ever gone before on one of those, and I don't know how to deal with it, so we're gonna go ahead and die here and try that room again. This is what happens when you go too fast, folks.
What?
And that's what happens when you don't jump high enough. This is the most difficult room in the entire game. Made it.
Nice.
Right. And that room is immediately followed by the most difficult boss in the entire game, besides the final boss, of course. But it didn't look like much because I was able to get him stuck in a loop of walking back and forth. Normally he would jump up and ground stomp, and when he ground stomps, it actually causes you to be unable to jump. Alright, this is a very precise, pixel-perfect trick. Hopefully I lined up properly. And we're good.
Yo.
Yo, nice.
So that saves about 9 seconds. Just go into a side room there, pick up the POW, and scooch our way on over. A little bit of lag there, you can't avoid that. And now we're going to go ahead and defeat Dracula. This was a Castlevania game all along. Did you know that?
I knew it.
Pretty sloppy fight, so we're going to have to go over here and hopefully not die.
So is this a Looney Tunes Castlevania crossover by any chance?
Yeah.
It is indeed.
No one told me
It's-
that Dracula's Alucard backwards.
Well,
Heck.
The Dracula Speedy
Lord,
Gonzales
no.
episode was actually my favorite.
You know what the
when I was
worst
a
part
kid
is?
growing
1 in
up,
10
so.
people in chat are probably going to say, oh my god, I never knew that. To be fair, I didn't either until just now, so I'm a bit of a poser.
Statistically, that would be 350 people who would just realize that.
Me, me.
Sounds about right. Alright, this is my favorite level. It's Roadrunner. You have a dedicated meep meep button. It does nothing but meep meep. You know what's even better is that you can buffer your meep meep.
Beep beep.
Meep meep.
So as soon as you hit the ground, it'll automatically meep meep on the first frame.
Meep meep.
It's pretty great. I did take a hit there that I did not want to take, so I'm gonna have to do my best to avoid some hits here. Right there, that should do it.
Dude, you ever run so fast your legs turn into circles?
Actually, yes.
Dog knows.
And normally I'd be able to damage boost past that, but instead we have about 50 more seconds just to hang out, chill, speculate about what happened in 1992 when this game came out.
He was born.
Oh, yeah, that's true, Teddy. Miley Cyrus was also born in 1992. Cartoon Network was launched. Windows 3.1 came out. Nick Arcade entered its first season. That was the best. Everyone was watching Home Improvement. It was great.
The fact that they're watching it or the show, because I beg to differ.
That was great that it was... There we go.
Close.
That sometimes happens. Sometimes we'll jump and waste a little bit of time. A 130 exit is pretty sloppy, but we will take those. So, coming up is the final level, in which Bugs Bunny, who has the power of the Frisbee, just like Daffy Duck from the first stage, enters Speedy Gonzales' stage and takes on a completely different challenge of his own. Right here's a very tight jump, and we got it. Good.
Nice.
Saves a lot of time right there. We can just tell the frogs to go away and not land on the spikes. Good. And into the boss rush we go. So every enemy we defeat here is going to give us a little bit of life. We'll want to be sure to stock up on that.
First
You might
classic
notice
Looney Tunes mummy.
that we have 2 boss fights here that we do not encounter prior to this stage. There we go. This is one of the 2. I call him Cool Spot. Perfect. That was actually a very, very good boss rush. So now we get chased by a boulder. I have a theory as to why those 2 mini-bosses were not included elsewhere in the game, by the way. I'll get to that in the credits roll, if we have time. One more momentum boost is going to take us all the way into the final fight. Evidently, it is rabbit season. Now, even for a seasoned professional, this fight is very challenging. You want to try to keep him in phase 2 on the right side, and looks like we have him in a loop. Time is coming up, and time. That's it.
Great work. Great job. And we also have a $1 donation from Kara saying, Roadrunner is saying meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed he is.
Good, that's what I thought.
Alright, and enjoy
Meat,
this
meat,
noise
meat.
for about 20 seconds, by the way.
I was just saying beep boo boo bop.
No.
No.
It's,
Oh.
It's
it's
boop,
meat.
No, it's boop boop boop
beep,
bop or
bop.
boop 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 beep.
Beep bop.
Beep beep
Boo boo
bop.
bop.
I can't hear that.
Meat.
I can't hear that clip without thinking of that Crab and Ants remix. It's so good. Anyway, now we get to watch the game play itself very, very poorly, followed by the world's slowest credit sequence. So I'm just going to go ahead and give my thanks to the Sunsoft development team who created this game. It's been 27 years since this game came out. It is pretty amazing. Yeah, I know. And it's really a labor of love. A very small dev team worked on this game, and it's just really fluid. It's a little bit floaty. It takes a while to get used to. My first playthrough took 3 hours, but my second playthrough took a half an hour. So it is one of those games where if you play it enough, you get used to it. Oh yeah, by the way, that's Speedy Gonzales' B move is to dance. Those stars deal a half point of damage, so it's pretty much pointless except for that one skip that saves 9 seconds. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. In advance, I would like to thank Luay in the Chambers. I don't know why she's included as special thanks, as the only person in the special thanks in the credits roll, but special shout outs to her. Apparently she did a great job providing moral support or something. And so here's my theory. Pepe Le Pew and Foghorn Leghorn appear here in the there we go, in the credits scene, but nowhere in the game do they appear as playable characters, enemies, or anything. So my suspicion is the game was originally planned to have 9 stages, but they either ran out of time, budget, or just cartridge space. So that's a bit unfortunate, but at least we did get a wonderful game, and I would like to thank everyone who made it possible, everyone on the Calithon staff, and everyone on Couch once again, Dashi, Shasta, Latmaki, Teddy, for all being here at 3:30 at night.
So
Just-
tired, help me.
Yeah.
Many
Many
much
hugs will
staying
be
here, but I
exchanged
feel-
for energy consumption. I really appreciate you turning out. Keep on donating. Let's hit 5K. I really want to see that happen. And thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.